Dinirara Abamwaste are the typical greetings of those First Nations within Treaty 7. My name is Kevin Kemp, and I'm one of your district representatives from the Alberta Teachers Association. The Alberta Teachers Association wishes to acknowledge where we are today. The City of Calgary and surrounding areas are located within the traditional territory of the Blackfoot Confederacy, which consists of 3 nations, Kainai, Piikani, and Siksika. This area also includes the traditional lands of the Tsuut'ina and Stoney Nakoda First Nations. These traditional territories are also located within the boundaries of Treaty 7, a vast area encompassing most of southern Alberta from the Red Deer River south. Treaty 7 was signed at Blackfoot Crossing in 1877 and now encompasses the reserve lands of these 5 First Nations. Finally, we wish to acknowledge the traditional knowledge holders and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. Teachers' Convention is, as you know, one of the primary professional development opportunities for teachers. These 2 days are for teachers and are for you. However, given what we do as a life calling for most of us, I want you to keep in the backs of your minds, as I'm sure you all do, why we are here and what we do, and that is for students. And given that, this morning we have a very special presentation for the students of Discovering Choices, which is our outreach schools, from the YMCA, and Ken and the Discovering Choices group is going to come up and do that thing now, and then we'll get on to Hayley. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. As our Discovering Choices students come up, I'm going to take a photo of the crowd because these kids are pretty excited about all of you. So smile. It's a little blurry, but killed some time. My name is Ken Lima Coelho. I'm the Vice President of Communications for YMCA Calgary. If my school principals could see me up here, they wouldn't believe it. The YMCA is about health and wellness of children, youth, and adults. We're about community building. We're about leadership. We're a large charity, and because of that, we can do things, important things, we hope, at scale. One of the things we're doing right now in the Calgary community is offering a free membership to every grade 6 student in the city. So if you're a grade 6, thank you. If you're a grade 6 teacher or know one, please let them know their students can come into any YMCA and they're a member with the Y right now. Another thing we do is offer recognition, especially for young people who are doing impressive things. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the group that you see in front of you, the Discovering Choices Youth Councils, representatives of all 4 councils in the city. Discovering Choices Outreach School partnered with Youth Central in 2009 to start the very first youth council to build community awareness, global citizenship, and get young people to feel a sense of belonging. The council gives youth a voice and an opportunity to help schools and communities in a positive way. After much early success, 3 more youth councils were formed, contributing to over 4,500 volunteer hours in the community by young people. Now, over the last couple of years, the youth councils have been involved in numerous very meaningful projects that have had a huge impact both on their schools and their communities and also on themselves. These projects, such as volunteering at the Calgary International Children's Festival, raising money for Teen Angels, In from the Cold, and an all-girls school in Africa, bring the young people together and create peace among the students and teach them to work together to make change. The youth councils have been able to create a positive and impactful culture of giving back at the Discovering Choices Outreach School, and they really embody something that the YMCA tries to espouse, which is that famous YMCA triangle, body and mind holding up the spirit. So on behalf of YMCA Calgary, it is my pleasure and my honor to thank Discovering Choices Youth Councils for showing selflessness and compassion to their communities, to international agencies, and to each other. Ladies and gentlemen, for that, I am proud to bestow on these young people a YMCA Peace Medal. Let's hear it for them.
Well, good morning, everyone. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Frank Brusaker. I have the honor of being the president of the Calgary Public Teachers Local, and welcome to Convention 2015. If you haven't already done so, would you please mute your cell phone or turn it to silent or turn it off or whatever so that it doesn't ring during the course of Hayley's presentation. And I want to just pick up on where Kevin left off and just say that the convention is a time for you to have some professional development, for you to reconnect with colleagues that you perhaps haven't seen in a couple of years, and I've already had the opportunity to do that this morning myself, and have a good time. That's really what it's all about. Before I introduce Hayley, I want to introduce two people over on my far right, way over in the corner there, and this is Melanie and Rob. And who are Melanie and Rob? Well, Melanie and Rob are graphic facilitators, and they are with Positive Culture is the name of the organization. So what they're going to do is, through the course of convention, they're going to be here. They've got a great big roll of newsprint, I guess, and as different presenters make their presentation, they will be capturing it with, I don't know, with graphics, with whatever they think will capture it. And so you don't have to take notes. Here's the neat thing. You can go by afterwards, snap a photo with your cell phone that's now muted, and you can get a picture. See how I worked that in really quickly there? You can, and they say that, research has shown that sometimes rather than writing pages and pages of notes, if you have a graphic representation of the presentation, it will sometimes help you remember the presentation and how it flows a whole lot better than you're writing a whole lot of notes. So that's why they're here, and I think you'll find it an interesting process. So let me get to why we're here today this morning, and that's to hear from Hayley Wickenheiser. Again, an individual who really doesn't need a whole lot of introduction because you've all seen her on the TV. Hayley is no stranger to teachers' conventions. Last year she presented in Edmonton at the Greater Edmonton Teachers Convention Association. Just last week she was in Edmonton at the North Central Teachers Convention Association. And of course, education is in her blood. Both of Hayley's parents are teachers and now retired, and Hayley is a graduate of Bishop Carroll High School right here in town herself. So she's a Calgary gal, born and raised. Her parents still live in Silver Springs, and many years ago I spent some time talking with her parents on the doorstep as I was out doing some campaigning. So good, strong, deep roots here in Calgary. As you know, Hayley is a decorated Olympian, 4 gold medals, 1 silver medal. In 2002 and 2006, she was named the tournament most valuable player. And in 2014, you probably remember in Sochi, she was selected to be the flag bearer for Team Canada at the opening ceremonies. And it's a great honor. So she has been recognized also by her fellow athletes, and she has now been elected to the International Committee's IOC Athletes Commission. She's played hockey since she was 15. She's been involved also in softball. She was a softball athlete in the 2000 Summer Olympics. Sports Illustrated rated her as number 20 of the 25 toughest athletes in the world. I don't know, she looks kind of like a softie to me, but I don't know. She's been named by the Globe and Mail Power 50 Influencers in Sport and the top 10 greatest female athletes in the history of sports. And I'm just going to wrap up by saying she's just completed her bachelor's degree of kinesiology at the University of Calgary. She's a student, she's a graduate and now a student because she wants to go back and go to med school. And if you're wondering why there's a stool here, Hayley's got a bit of a foot injury and she's going to have to leave at 10:30. So if you want to get an autograph, you're going to have to do it fairly quickly afterwards. And the stool is here so that if she puts her foot up, it's because her foot's kind of hurting her today. So please.